Yeah, what's up, man? I'm about to
What's
start
up,
it.
dude?
What's going on?
Not a whole lot.
All right, Doggy
I
Fresh.
was I wasn't sure if this thing was gonna work. It's new to me.
It's all right. Life is new. It's okay. Well,
Adapt and overcome, a wise man once said.
looks like it's just you and me for tonight. Just the way I like it. The way I've always wanted
Uh,
it.
Fitty will be here.
Yeah, I know. Um, I'm streaming right now, so we're gonna start this. You're just getting thrown to the wolves.
That's
Um,
cool.
let's just wait for some people to hop on. Basically, what we're
Now,
gonna
now
do.
let me ask you this: will I be able to close out of this thing, like exit out of this thing, and still look at shit on my phone?
Yeah, of course. Like I can't see anything you're doing.
Okay. Like
Yeah.
you're still there now?
Oh yeah, I'm here. Can you
Okay,
see
cool.
my screen?
I just didn't know if I could close out of it and then, like, cause then pull up, say the schedules and stuff, so I can kind of give my opinion and
Gotcha. Gotcha.
want
Yeah,
to be able.
yeah. And you should be able to see my screen too.
Um, I see COFL in the middle. I think I denied video, so
Oh, fuck. Hold on.
I have a face for radio for sure.
Yeah, no, I definitely don't. I'm not going to show my face. Let me, I'm not sharing my screen. I'm a fucking
That's cool.
moron. Sorry, hold on. All right, now I am. You should be good now.
Good.
All right. So, okay. Right now it's me and the first time ever the world gets to hear Roll, also known as Dougie Fresh. Came into the COFL, I believe, 2006. I get that wrong. Yeah, 2006. Been a part of it ever since.
I don't know. When it switched over to Madden, I've really gotten into Madden the last two, but NCAA was my jam.
Yeah, and I mean NCAA was everybody's jam. I mean
I would
that's
love it. God, I can't wait for that.
neither can I. This will be a 60-team league. So
Yeah,
basically,
I immediately have 3 or 4 more people that want in if that happens.
oh god, me too. So basically, how it's going tonight? This is just a season preview, baby. We're just gonna go over season 20, and so how it's gonna work. A while ago, maybe like a month ago, someone asked me how many seasons we got left. To be honest with you, I think that this will probably be the last season of Madden 20. Um, we did 5. This will be the 5th season of Madden 20. That's plenty. um, this will take us to mid-April. Spring's coming, baseball, summertime. Everyone's gonna be busy. It's just Call of Duty Battle Royale's coming out.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. That needs to come out like ASAP.
Yeah, I keep hearing tomorrow every day.
Yeah, I know it'll be sometime this month. Because they said March.
I've seen March 10th, which would be a week from today.
Ooh, that's what you say or that's what you saw?
That's what I saw online trying to investigate.
Nice. So, yeah, this will be the last season of Madden 20, season 20, and then we'll pick back up when Madden 21 starts up. So, those of you that are in, congratulations, you made it. You avoided the MOFL. Those of you that are out, I don't know, man. It's just the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. I can say this of doing the schedules, and I know Doug will say the same thing I'm going to say. There's maybe 3 teams or coaches that I would look at if I had them on my schedule. I'd be like, yeah, that's like a 90% chance I'm going to beat them. Everyone else, it's like, fuck, dude, I look at wait till we get to the schedules. I looked at my schedule. I'm like, I'm going like 2-14. Awful.
A prime example. I went 9-7 last season, and all I had to do to get in the playoffs was beat the 2-12 Jets, and I lost.
Exactly.
I mean, that's just every
Yeah.
game's brutal.
In the records don't really mean it. I mean, yeah, the records don't mean a thing. It's going to be tougher than ever. I mean, I know we say that every season, but this season, by far, hands down, is the toughest the league has ever been. Not only with the addition, the new guys. You got Nasir. This will be his 3rd season. Jaron his 2nd season. Joe, your boy, is his 2nd season.
My boy.
It's your boy. And the Ron's really good. He's someone to watch out for. Supreme is good. He thinks he's better than he really is, but he's good.
He He's gonna find out. I have a feeling.
Yeah, he's gonna get the hands real quick. There's just a lot of fucking talent in here.
Well, the one thing you said about like the MOFL, like that's the deal. Like grind, get your games in quick. That way, if someone fucks up, you're the first one in.
Yeah, that's seriously the way it is. I mean, no one in there is complaining that they're in the MOFL, but you know it's a scary place to be.
Play in the big leagues.
Yeah, it's a scary place to be. You know, I don't know if I could ever put myself in the MOFL, so I think I'm.
No, this is your baby. Like, there's no
You're
reason.
exempt.
Like, you have my spot before you're in the MOFL.
All right, good. I just like to hear that.
No, I know, but that's fun.
Do we have a Fiddy sighting?
That's
so.
me, if you can hear me.
All right, there we go, Fiddy. The odds-on favorite to win the Bill Parcells division.
That sounds about right, honestly.
I'll have an opinion on that at some point.
So I honestly I don't have him winning. I think Fiddy has one of the worst seasons of his career.
Yeah, I think it's a gauntlet over there.
I'm just kidding.
You got Matty Harsh, who's a solid player with the Ravens. Like, that's rough. He's in
I still
tier
think it's a
3.
bad fit for him.
It might be a bad fit, but I mean, Lamar Jackson's like a cheat code. I mean, Jake made me quit like 4 minutes into the game. It might not even have been that long.
Yeah, that was funny.
It was.
So here's how it's gonna go. Now that we got some people rolling in here, we got Dougie Fresh. He's warmed up. He's got the jitters out of his stomach. Fiddy is in the house. We got people watching. How it's going to work. Okay, so you guys can see the standings. You can see the divisions. We're going to go over the divisions and do our predictions, say what we see, and then we're going to look at some schedules, do some more predictions. But before we do that, what I want to introduce to you is, for the first time, I want to say in 12 seasons, we're going to be doing stats. Nick and Ghosty have done a very good job of setting all that up, myself too, but they have done a lot of it, and they will be the ones who are doing the stats, which is going to be awesome. So I'm going to have to take another video and show everyone how to do stats. I mean, there is a video online, but I'm going to do another one mic'd up so you guys can hear exactly how it's done. It's really easy, but what I have now for stats, all you have to do is go to the website, click on standings, which is where we're at right now, and then just click on any of the conferences. So we're going to click on NFC, and then it's going to load up, and it's going to go to stats. And so we have two kinds of stats for you. We're going to have league leaders like this. So you see at the tabs up top, you have passing, receiving, rushing, defense, right? So that 3 should not be in there. So these are the league leader tabs. All right, but then you can also go to your individual team and see what your team stats are. So Doug's the Vikings. Let's go to him. So we go to Minnesota. So this is what it looks like. It'll be just like this. You won't be able to sort anything, I don't think. Well, I'll probably have it sorted for you, but it's just something to look at. I wanted to do box scores like way down here and have formulas and have them enter, but it was just a lot of work, and you guys don't pay me enough to fucking do that, so I didn't do it. Is that you guys there?
Can you do it?
Did I lose you?
I might be able to do it.
I'm here. I was just on mute for a second.
So, yeah, stats are going to be fun. They're going to be really, really... I think I spelled receiving wrong. Is that how you spell receiving? I think it's EI. Yeah.
It's
I before E.
except after C.
There you go. Fucking English 101 here.
Bang, bang.
So after each game, the home team, when you stream, you have to go get stats. And I think we might incorporate some sort of team overall stats. That should be pretty easy to do. But this is pretty cool. Nick did... So these are what the box scores would look like down here. See that? Game 2, and they would just fill them in, and then as they would get filled in here, they would get inputted... Oops, shit. They would get inputted up here. But, I mean, I would have to do it for each fucking team, and...
If you get me on a day where I'm bored at work, I might be able to hook that up with some formulas.
I know, and it's not even that. It's you know what I did in next time it would have been a lot easier. So what I planned on doing, and next time I will, is have the exact amount of players in each tab. So I just copy and paste the box scores from one tab to another, and the formulas just automatically input. But I didn't do that, so I'd have to hand input them for every single box.
You could just go back and make it so that each position group gets its own amount, like the same amount, and then you can go back through, select all the tabs at once, and make one formula going across. I can look at it, but
yeah,
it's been
I know.
like a year or two since I've been dealing with that crap.
Yeah, good old
Take them about
formula.
an hour to figure it out, probably.
Yeah, it's
Probably like an hour to figure it out, and like 15 minutes to do it once I get there.
yeah, it's not so much. Trust me, it's not so much figuring it out. It's just like the time, like I don't know. If you want to mess with it, go ahead. But anyways, this is what it is. So it'll be pretty cool.
So we're just going to scroll through at the end of the game, go to each one, wait 1,002, and move on.
Yeah, exactly. I'll post the video that I have, and yeah, I mean, all you need to do is show me a second of the stats, and then that's it. I don't need you to sit on the screen for 10 minutes because we can pause the screen. So yeah. So stats. I'm excited. I'm actually really excited.
Yeah, that's awesome. That was such a good part of the league.
I think it was like what made the league.
And think about how much we trusted each other with that. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't like it is now.
Oh no, there's no trust now. Zero trust. Zero.
Bob ruined the trust.
Fucking Bob. Oh, is that a hit? Did I hear a hit?
Allegedly.
Nice. I'm kidding. There's trust. But back in the day, we were just young and like, hey, yeah, let's do stat. I mean, we could do it now, but I don't know. I think it's
By
just
the way,
this.
I want to point something out that I'm offended by. I was going back through the old stats in NCAA, and E. Barry got credit for all of my Mike Mickens records, and I would like that corrected at your earliest convenience.
Mike Mickens.
Yeah, he has all the defensive records for like interceptions, defensive touchdowns.
Roll is holding a grudge from NCAA over Mike Mickens.
Can't allow it anymore.
Over Mike Mickens. Who's Mike Mickens?
It was a dominant season. I had like 7 defensive touchdowns with him. That's impressive for a corner.
Oh, that's
Put him in a
hilarious.
position where his voice can be heard.
I'm over it. I had to get that
That's
out.
hilarious. Okay, oops. Let's go. All right. So we'll start in the NFC Tier 1, which is DB, Clemson, Nate, and Jaron, Bears, Panthers, Giants, Cardinals. And we'll kind of flip-flop from conference to conference, tier to tier. Let's start in Tier 4. We'll do Tier 1 last. So we'll do Tier 4 Tom Landry division, which is Bergwood, Deuce, Blitz Vision, and Naylor. I'll say what I have to say first, and then we'll do Fitty, and then we'll do Roll. Just, time and service. Now, when I look at this division, I'm like, all right, Bergwood, last place. Just the way it is. Sorry, buddy. He's actually not a bad player. No one's bad in this league. I just think the other 3 players are Deuce, Blitz, Vision, and Naylor. Those guys could be Tier 3. Those guys are Tier 3 players.
I'm pretty sure at least 2 of them have been Tier 2 before. Has Blitz Vision been Tier 2 before? I think Deuce has.
Deuce definitely has. But Blitz Vision, no, he's just been Tier 3. Maybe.
I think 3.
Yeah, he's definitely.
You're probably
Didn't
right.
he come in mid-season one season? Then I think he was Tier 3.
Yeah.
That's true. He
Um,
might have taken over a Tier 2 team or something. Maybe that's what I'm thinking of.
oh, yeah, that's what he did. He took over the Broncos, Tier 2. That's right. Good call. Look at that little history, COFL
Little
history right there. I love it. So I look at that and I'm like, Bergwood last place. And then from there, I want to say Deuce right away. But, Deuce he's an 8-8, 9-7, 7-9, Tier 4 player right now. He's still good. He can beat a Tier 1 player any day of the week, but he could lose to a Tier 4 player any day of the week. I look at this division, and it's Naylor's to lose. Not only because of the team. I think he has the best team in the game, Madden-wise. A good front seven, a good running game, and a serviceable quarterback. So I got Naylor. It's his division to lose. He's coming off probably the best, not the best. I don't know if there's such a thing as the best collapse, but the most epic collapse in COFL history. Yeah, it's just, So I'm going with Naylor to win this division. Blitz Vision is a wild card. He's someone that we're all bipolar unless I feel like you're in tier 1, but Naylor or Blitz Vision, I don't know, man. One day he's good, and then one day I watch him play. I'm like, dude, what the fuck is he doing?
He beat me last season.
There you go.
He was the Buccaneers and I was the Browns.
I'm telling, and that's just the COFL in general. I was thinking about this today too, and then I'll get to Fitty. Is, anybody could throw together a 32 team league, a franchise, whatever. But you look at the 32 coaches in here, there's no way there's another league that comes close to having 32 coaches that are good at the game.
And we got studs waiting in the wings, too.
That's what I'm saying.
Guys that are better than me.
Better than me. There's no way. Like, it's pretty impressive what we've accomplished, what we've built here. I don't know. I was thinking about that today. I'm like when I was finishing up the schedules, I'm like, Jesus Christ. I'm like, I was doing yours. I'm like, this kid doesn't have an easy game. he's gonna be pissed at me. Yeah, he's gonna be pissed at me. But it's like I didn't do it. Like there's nothing I could do.
I haven't played since the playoffs either.
I haven't played. Do that. Yeah, I haven't played either. But that kind of actually I've played a franchise, but it does help you. Fitty, what do you think about tier 4? And then Doug, we'll get to you.
That's cool. I think you're pretty close to spot on. Naylor, I don't really know what happened at the end of last year, but he's just better than that. He played tough in that World War tournament. That's when I started taking him seriously as a player and actually getting to see what he is about. With the Rams, I think you hit the nail on the head, and it's his to lose. I think Deuce is going to be interesting. Blitz Vision does technically have the best team in the game ratings-wise. I still don't know how that is, but it's true. Yeah, I think you had a pretty accurate assessment. The Saints are going to be a wild card. I think the Rams should walk away with it, and Deuce will be a tough out.
Now, when I say Saints wild card, I mean I don't think they're going to be the wild card team. I think they're
right.
Okay.
Yeah, we're in the same spot. I'm just saying they could be good, they could be terrible.
Gotcha.
He's got a good enough team to be really good, but I don't know if he's about that life.
Dougie Fresh, when you look at this division, what do you see?
Well, it starts with what you said, Bergwood last. Sorry, Bergwood. God, actually, it's kind of a tough tier 4 division. Deuce, he gives people fits. He's been in the playoffs a couple times. Like, the Packers are good. But Naylor, I'll take Blitz Vision to win the division.
Nice.
Yeah, I think I will. The Saints are good.
I like that.
I think he's pretty good. Naylor's good, but he kind of pissed himself down the stretch.
I think Naylor's the favorite, but if you're going to go bet on it in Vegas, then the best odds to probability ratio is on Blitz Vision.
Absolutely. So I'll flat out take Blitz to win it. Naylor second.
Nice.
Deuce third. Bergwood fourth.
Yeah, I'm rooting for Blitz Vision. I like Blitz Vision. I think he's a great – everyone in this division is a great addition to the league, but Blitz Vision's a newer player. He came in, him and Hirsch, they had a little tiff, as I might say. I think
that's great. That's what this league's all about.
It is. It kind of warms you up to see if you can make it or not.
Yeah, people do it on purpose, pretty much.
And
guilty at least once.
Oh, we're all guilty. When I'm having a bad day, I wait for someone to say something, and then I pour it on them. I'm like, "What'd you just say?" And I just ban them. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. We'll go to the YouTube chat. Ghost actually brought up a good point. For stats, it's a pretty good way to scout. Or you just watch the stream. You watch a first half of someone, you can kind of get an idea. Ghosty says Darren took over the Broncos from Blitz Vision. I think he's wrong. No, Darren took over the Broncos from DQ. Anyways, whatever. Yeah, so there we go. We'll go to Tier 4 of the Marv Levy division. Now, I look at the Tier 4 of the NFC and the Tier 4 in the AFC, and in my opinion, the Tier 4 in the NFC is better. And not that we always compare, but the reason why I say it is when I first came out with the divisions, everyone's like, "Oh, the AFC, it's stacked," and it is. I think tiers 1 and 2 are they're stacked. But you look at the NFC, and it's like all full in that division. Like I could see Naylor making a deep playoff run out of nowhere. Blitz Vision, Deuce, they can do it. I look in the AFC, and I'm like, Ricky, love the kid, not going to happen. B. Dukes, love the kid, not going to happen. Josh, I'd love to see it. Probably not going to happen. Retired ass, I don't know.
Forget about it.
So I just, when comparing the two conferences, the NFC is top to bottom more talented. But that's not what we're here to discuss. We're here to discuss what the Marv Levy division consists of. And I look at this division, and right away I'm like, all right, Ricky and B. Dukes, they're going to be battling to not go to the MOFL. That's going to be what they're – they could surprise us. And you know what? Maybe I'm motivating them. We all need to be motivated every once in a while. But
for sure.
Ricky's been fucking rustling the old jimmies of the MOFL like every season for the past 4 seasons.
They get that extra game in.
Mm-hmm.
Good reps.
So I look at those two. I'm like, all right, it's pretty much going to come down to Josh and retired ass. Josh has the best team. I was hoping the Patriots would fall to me. We'll see if Josh comes back focused. Right now he's, OPECing. He's fucking what he's doing. I don't know. That is like an inside joke. I can't think of other stuff, but he I would love to see Josh win the division, but I'm gonna go with retired ass to win this division. Fiddy, I'm gonna let you take it with it. I gotta take a phone call. Fiddy, take it, and then Doug, you take it right after. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hello.
You got it, man. I think it's pretty accurate. I think Josh is just going to win it, but I can't ever gauge whether or not he's going to stay engaged the entire time. I don't know what that. I just don't see him paying attention for the whole 16 games thoroughly like he needs to. But if he does that, best team, best player probably. Retired ass is bipolar. I've seen him beat some people I didn't think he could beat, and I've mopped the floor with him multiple times, and he's played me tough a couple of times, and I don't really know what he's about. But the Browns are one of those teams. It took you, about 8 games to really feel good about using that team.
It took me 8 games to figure out that I just need to give the ball to Nick Chubb every play.
Yeah, that's a good strategy.
If he does that, he's got a shot. If not,
yeah. Well, if you're listening, then take the division with Nick Chubb.
Just stiff arm all day.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this is going to be a battle, and I think that the winner that wins this, the person who wins this division is going to win 9 games tops. I just don't know who it's going to be. Race to 9 games.
What he said about the Tier 4 in the NFC versus Tier 4 in the AFC, I think there's 3 teams in Tier 4 in the NFC that would win this division.
Yeah. I think that's a fair thing to say.
Who'd we read off? Naylor, Deuce, and Blitz Vision would all win this division. So, like he said, whatever. I mean, Josh, he's got, like you said, he's got the best team. It's just a matter of whether he's paying attention or not. And I mean, I think the Chiefs are just like awesome. So don't be surprised if Ricky jumps up and does a little something.
I think the surprise about Ricky jumping up and doing a little something would be Ricky winning like 5 games.
Yeah. I got your back, Ricky. Make it happen.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see it. Ricky deserves it. He's taking some lumps, but I got to see it first.
All right, I'm back. So, Fiddy, who'd you pick to win the division?
I picked Josh. I think retired ass has got the biggest shot. I think ultimately what I said was race to 9 games. I think the division winner is going to have 9 maximum wins, and whoever gets to 9 first just wins probably.
Dougie, who'd you take?
I didn't officially take anybody, but I think I'm going to go Josh. I just kind of pointed out that I think 3 teams in the NFC Tier 4 would win this division. I think that's how lopsided that is from what you were talking about.
Yeah. I mean, Josh...
I think if Josh stays focused, I think he said Josh wins 9 or 10 games.
Exactly. If Josh is focused and just if he could just be a little more aggressive on offense. You know what? It's like I learned at this Madden. It's just like, just fucking sling it. If you throw a pick, you throw a pick. Last Madden, even the Maddens before, I would just kind of dink and dunk, and I'd be like, okay. But now it's like, just, you know what? Just let it ride. Let it ride.
Yep.
And that's my advice to Josh.
That's really what it's about.
This is fun. Doug, I'm glad you're on the podcast, man. It's been a while. We've been trying to get you on, and we're glad to have you.
Hey, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah.
This is great.
So now we're going to go Tier 3. This is a great division. Oh, Doug, it's your division. This is a great division. Bill Walsh division. We got JMCC as the 49ers, D-Rob as the Redskins, JC as the Cowboys, Roll as the Vikings. Now, it doesn't get, it does get better than this, but it doesn't get any better than this. You got 4 teams who are all equally talented, and they all have pretty good teams, except D-Rob probably has the least talented team, but, get it done. I love this division. This might be my favorite division, mainly because I have high hopes for JMCC and the 49ers. I think this is JMCC's season. I'm picking him to win the division.
Ooh.
Yeah, I am. I'm not picking his alter ego. I'm picking James. Not.
Oh, you better hope he shows up.
You mean James McCullough, philosopher,
yeah.
Maddenizer,
Yes,
Twitter
that's who I'm
specialist?
picking. I think he's good. He's JMCC. He's always been good. And you got the best team in the game, man.
Wasn't he a tier 1 at a really early stage?
Oh yeah, he was definitely tier 1. Yeah, we got a lot of former tier 1 guys here. JMCC was tier 1. D-Rob was tier 1 for a while back in the day. JC, I think, peaked at tier 2. Never been tier 1. Roll has been tier 2, tier 3, like me.
Do you mean Jakai?
Jakai. Depends what kind of mood I'm in. Depends if he's pissed me off or not.
That's what I call him. It's not personal. That's just what it is to me now.
I'm going with JMCC. Obviously, this is a division that anybody can win. I think D-Rob comes in last. I think it's going to... Man. I look at JC. I'm like, all right, he's got the Cowboys. He's going to pound Zeke. Good luck stopping that. You got Roll as the Vikings. Great front seven. Great running game. He's got great skill receivers. He's got Stephon Diggs and Adam Thielen. He's got a superstar strong safety in Harrison Smith, Notre Damer. He's got a squad himself.
He's got 6 people in his front 7 that are over 85 speed, I think. Or maybe it's 83. But either way, he's just got a really fast defense.
That's what I'm saying. So
I like that.
It's
Xavier Rhodes.
Isn't this a great? This is a great division.
Boy,
this is a fun division. I think divisions like this are why I love the league so much, is because I will watch, like, when these division games are on, when it's like Roll versus JC, and say they're playing at night, whenever they're playing, I'd watch the game. I would. If it was like Bergwood versus B Dukes, probably wouldn't watch it. Not gonna lie. I love you guys, but I probably wouldn't watch it. I'd check in to see what the score is. So my prediction, I'm going with JMCC. Fiddy, take it away.
And this is amazing. I want to do it, but it's been the kiss of death lately.
It has. Don't do it.
I'm sorry, I gotta do it. I think Roll wins the division.
Fuck you.
I think.
This is the ultimate kiss of death. Why do you keep doing it to him?
Yeah. Every player he's ever gets hurt. Every team he picks, just don't pick me.
I just feel like.
I'm just kidding, dude. I appreciate the love.
One of these times, you're gonna hook me up on this.
Time.
I step out on a limb a couple times a year and had a couple of misses, and I think this is it, though. This is the best team that fits you. You're the guy who wants to take deep shots because you got the ability, but you need the run game because eventually you're going to fall back on it and figure it out. And this has both. And that defense, you're naturally really good on defense. That you can close your eyes and pick a linebacker, and he's going to be 86 speed, and you're going to be running around with that guy. So I just like that a lot. JMCC, I don't have nearly as much faith in as Prez does. I really want to see it, though. I like James McCullough as an individual. I just haven't seen it in the Madden realm lately.
Sorry.
D-Rob, and he's just got the Redskins. I think that's his problem there. And Jakai, my boy JC, I want to see it. He seems he's one of those people that's 50-50 on engagement, whether he just gets destroyed for no reason or just dominates a player he shouldn't beat. I feel like he's capable of both.
Super busy life too, so.
Yeah, I've heard he's got a wife and a job, not confirmed.
Yeah, I want to see it from him too.
I want to see. That's going to be a battle, and I think the winner of that division is going to need to win double digits for sure. So I'm going to say race to 10. First person to 10 gets it, and I think it's Roll and Jakai fighting it out.
I'll let Doug talk in a second, but you know how I said with Josh, I want to see him be a little more aggressive. Yeah. With Roll, I'd like to see Roll on defense. I actually enjoy watching him play defense because he's all over the field. I feel like he covers 10 yards like everywhere. Offensively, I maybe tone it back just a little bit. Tone it back that aggressive nature a little bit. I see a lot of questionable throws where I'm like, you know what? He could win if he was just a little more conservative and maybe settled for some field goals if he needed to. I don't know. I just tone it back and maybe this division's his. That's all I'm saying. And now, Doug, who do you
think? It's a pretty fair assessment of his Madden game.
Besides you, who do you think is going to win this division?
Well, like you said, I mean, you're a loser if you don't pick yourself. So obviously, I think I'm going to win. But second, it's tough. I mean, D-Rob, the Redskins, not him. Sorry, D-Rob. I picked you to win your division last year, by the way. JMCC, I think I've played him twice and we split. Jakai's giving me problems, and he's Jakai. I don't care. Jakai gets second. JMCC gets third. D-Rob fourth. And I'd say I win 11 games.
The over-under in Iowa, 11 games. 10.5, it looks like.
Yep.
So I look at this, and I'm like, all right, so JMCC, you guys said first 1 to 10 wins gets it. Is that a bong hit?
No.
That would have been great. That would have been great.
That's just ripping one.
Did you say the first 1 to 10 wins? Is that what you said? Or was that the other
That's
division?
what he said. I'm going to win 11.
We'll get to your schedule.
Prediction.
We'll get to your schedule.
All right.
I think to win this division, it's going to take 11 games. That's a fair assessment. Let's go. So we'll go Paul Brown division. And it's like, okay, I look at the NFC tier 3 and I look at the AFC tier 3. I'm like, dude, all 4 teams in the Bill Walsh division, NFC tier 3, I think are better than all 4 teams in the AFC tier 3.
Damn.
I'm just saying. I would take JMCC, D-Rob, JC, and Roll over Matty, Harsh, Heath, Supreme, and DQ. In that order. I just would.
Wish we could do a Battle Royale style. I agree.
Oh, we will. Thank you for bringing that up. So this will be the last season of Madden 20. We're going to do a massive tournament to end it all after this. It's going to be called World War II Civil War. God damn it, these fucking text messages keep popping up. I gotta go through every text message and put it on Do Not Disturb. I'm thinking we can get 60 guys in this tournament. I think 50 at the minimum. I know we can get.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. It's gonna be cool, and it'll be the last one. End it all. It'll be seedings from top to bottom. So we will have a battle royale. Now, AFC Tier 3 Paul Brown division. I'm going with Heath, reluctantly. I want to say Supreme, because Supreme is good. But I don't know if Supreme has the 16-game grind. Maybe he does. I'm going with Heath, but I'm reluctant to do it. I think only one team comes out of this division to make the playoffs. Yeah, that's what I'm going with. Fiddy, what do you think?
Well, yeah, I mean, we haven't gotten to tier 1 and 2 yet, but for sure one team in each of 3 and 4 are going to make it in. It would take something pretty drastic for that set of 1 and 2 not to bring home 4. This one's tough for me but my 2 that it's between are actually Matty Harsh and Supreme. Matty Harsh is always solid on defense, always plays a close game with pretty much everybody. And it's simply a matter of whether or not he can figure out the Lamar Jackson thing, because that's definitely not his style of offense. But if he can, figure that out, learn the read option a lot better than he knows it right now, maybe bring back the NCAA Starshaw version of himself, I think he could win this division. But Supreme is a very good player. He plays me tough all the time. I'm in his division in the franchise. Granted, I haven't played him yet in comp mode, so that could be a deciding factor there. I'm still going to go with him, though, just because. I'm going to go with Supreme to go first, Matty Harsh second, Heath third.
Doug, what do you think here?
I just hate that he goes before me because he basically just said everything I was going to say. It's garbage.
We'll start with you next.
Matty Harsh, man, don't sleep on him.
I'm going to sleep on him. I'm going to sleep on him.
The Oklahoma Vapor, he's like a chameleon. He'll be able to make it happen, bro. He's going to RPO people to death.
I hope he does.
You can bet on that. You could bet on that. I'll take him to win the division for sure. I've never seen this Supreme guy, but apparently he's kind of a big deal.
Damn, Doug, I love it. Roll hates him already. I love it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan. He's my new Joe. But yeah, I'll still take him second just because of reputation, and then Heath and DQ just because of the better team for Heath.
Yeah, I think DQ. DQ could win the division, but I think he'll finish in fourth place. I want to see someone use the Ravens the way they should be used.
I think Matty Harsh will, man. I really do.
Good.
He'll play defense, and he'll be smart and use Lamar Jackson to death.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
I agree with the RPO idea. I forgot. Yeah. He started the game off hot with the RPOs. I think I'll go back to it.
Last season, with Josh Allen, man, he was murdering me with the RPO with Josh Allen.
Yeah, maybe you're right.
Don't sleep on that. Sorry for giving that away, Starshaw, but they were going to find out in a game or two anyway.
All right, Tier 2 of the NFC. I mean, I did everything I could to get out of this division.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed you ended up in Tier 2, by the way. I kind of wanted a piece of that ass.
Dude, no, it's all right. It was just the way it kind of happened. I think when the teams were being picked, everyone was picking NFC. Everybody was picking NFC. And I remember looking at it, I'm like, damn, the way this is going, I go, Roll and JC. I'm like, everyone's going to drop out of Tier 2. I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, maybe I can put myself in Tier 3 and put D-Rob in Tier 2. But it just didn't work out that way. Trust me, I think if I was in that division, it'd be great. Me, JMCC, you, and JC, it'd be awesome. But it's me.
You dropped the ball there.
Yeah, it's all right, man. You're used to it.
I'll see you in the playoffs.
Owen, myself, Joe, and the Ron. Now, this is an interesting division because you got Joe, who's still relatively new. His first full season. Then you got the Ron. The Ron is my sleeper of the season. I think that the Ron is going to make a deep playoff run, if not make it to the COFL Bowl. And the reason why is, one, he's good. Two, we've seen someone do it with the Lions, Jake, last season. Three, once a season, you have that one newcomer who's just fresh, green, doesn't overthink it. It's kind of like, whatever, man. I don't really care about this league. It's, it's just, I'm doing this for fun. And they kind of go in there with nothing to lose. And that's how they get that far. It's the following seasons after that is when they actually feel the pressure and they don't get there. Look at Nasir. You're going to see it from Jaron this year. We'll get to Jaron. Jaron's going to finish in last place, and he's not going to win more than 6 games. That's a fact.
Damn. Yeah. I agree. He self-proclaimed himself Rookie of the Year. Bro, you got the 49ers in Tier 4.
Exactly. You're the tallest midget. Congratulations, dude.
We'll find out.
Yeah. We're going to find out how good you really are. And I am calling you out, and Doug is calling you out, too.
Absolutely.
Fuck it. Jaron, you got to prove yourself, bro.
I think we're going to find out because he's in Tier 1 in the NFC, so I'll probably get the play.
I got the Ron winning this division. I think 2 teams come out of this division to make the playoffs. I think it's going to be the Ron, and it's going to come down to me. Oh, fuck. Owen's got his team, the Falcons. I mean, I want to say myself, but I haven't used the Eagles. I haven't played with them yet. You know what? I'm going to go with myself. One, because I'm talented. 2,
Best reason ever.
1, I'm talented. 2, I have a good team. I think, fuck man, I don't know. I'm going with myself. Yeah, I'm going with myself. I'm going with the Ron to win the division. I'll make the wild card. I think I'm going to go 10-6 this season. But I could easily go 2-14, and once you look at my schedule, you'll see why. I feel like when everyone looks at their schedule, they're gonna be like, "Dude, I'm going like 4-12."
That's a wide range.
So that's my pick, Doug. We're gonna start with you since you feel Fitty takes everything that you're gonna say.
He does.
Sorry about that, by the way.
Oh, it's no problem. Great minds think alike. Prez, you're not gonna win your division, man. I'm sorry. You are talented. I respect you as a person.
I didn't say I was gonna win my division. I think I'm gonna make the wild card.
Oh yeah, you're not gonna do that either, actually. I'll take you 4th in your division.
Wow.
You did suggest that you may go 2-14. I want to point that out.
Yeah, it's true. And I haven't played with the Eagles yet.
I'll take. I can't do that now. Fuck Joe. Joe's 2nd. The Ron's 3rd. And Owen's gonna win the division.
No way.
Yep.
Wow.
Owen's good, man.
No, Owen is good.
He was balling with the Colts a couple seasons ago.
Nah, you're right.
He's got it. It's just a matter. I mean, it's just like all of us, man. What's he got going on in life? Does he have time to focus on it?
Dude, that's so true. It really. I mean, we've said that before, man.
He's a college kid, so he might get some for the first time, and God knows what happens after that.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, that could go either way. That could be a good thing and a bad thing.
Agreed.
But we won't get into that.
That's for another podcast.
Yeah, that's for a Saturday night podcast, not a Tuesday night.
Down.
COFL Nation.
Wow, there he is.
The Vapor.
The Vape Nation, ladies and gentlemen.
His ears were ringing.
Ladies and gentlemen, his ears were ringing. He heard us talking about him. The Oklahoma Vapor. He has a town in Call of Duty named after him, and it's called Matty Harsh Town.
He does.
I think it's across from Rivertown.
Yes, it's across from the town on the river.
Yes, the town on the river. Matty Harsh with us. Matty, can you give us a vape?
On command. Hey! On command.
I love it.
That's well done.
Matty, we're gonna let you hop in, but I want to hear what Fitty has to say about the Lombardi Division Tier 2, and then we'll get to you.
All right, sounds good. Well, first off, I could have gone before Roll because we have nothing in common with our predictions on this one. I think that Owen is a good player and he's got his team, and that's cool. But LeRon is good and Joe is good. Joe had the Dolphins. I know he kind of got off on a bad foot with a couple of us, but he's a good player. He had a terrible team, and now he has a team that I considered picking myself because they're pretty good. And I think that he's a pretty good user. He's going to have really good linebackers. Their defense isn't as slow as it was like a Madden and a half ago. That was the worst thing I've ever experienced. I'm going to go with this division winner winning 11 games minimum. And I think it's going to be the Ron that wins, although I think his team might hold him back. I don't know how much him and Joe have played against each other. You know what? I'm going to go with Joe.
To win the division.
Joe's going to win the division. Perez, I really want to pick you, but you could have picked the Bears, and I think that you're going to be thinking about that every other week this entire season.
You said you weren't going to fuck yourself again. You did, man. You put yourself, that's a tough division, bro.
I know. I should have been the Bears. That really, I'm going to regret that.
You could have been the Bears and in Tier 3.
Yeah, you should have stuffed. I mean, hell, I would have taken one for the team. They'll be up there with the Wolves.
You know, you guys say that now, but
you deserve a shot at it, man. You just fuck yourself every season. You got a good team, though, so you never know. Like you said, if you get hot and play right, put in Boston Scott and cut the opposite way you should, you'll be all right.
I know. All right. And you know what? Joe is too. This division's good. This will be a fun division to watch.
He doesn't have Kalen Ballage to throw lobs to this year.
Yeah, I don't know which running back's going to mosh my cornerback one this time.
I don't disagree with Fitty's Joe pick. Joe is good. And this is his second season in, so we'll see how it happens. But Matty Harsh, looking at Tier 2 Vince Lombardi division, what do you got? Talk to me.
I think this division is Joe's to lose. He made a pretty good run with the Dolphins. Not an easy thing to do by any stretch, and he did play in a pretty tough division this past season. And he's going to have a bevy of receivers to throw to. I think for him, if he could figure out how to use his unit on defense and try to get the ball rolling on that. Prez, you got to break through, man. What was it, like 8, 9, 7 every year? You're just like right there on the cusp.
Yeah.
But I think you going away from the Bears might actually be the best thing for you. I know it's your team and you love them and you want to be loyal to them, but I think this might be your time to shine to be able to finally break through out of that 8 and 8 and 9 and 7 mark.
Thank you, Matt. I really needed to hear that because Doug and Fiddy were just pounding me over here.
4 and 12.
I'm motivated. I'm ready to go.
Yeah, you needed that. You needed to hear that.
I'm ready to go.
Hey, Prez, Jesse's on now too.
Uh-oh. Ladies and gentlemen, you have with you Notorious Nay. Last season, he had the collapse of the COFL history, and I knocked him out of the playoffs. And what else can I think of?
Hey, at least I got one record. 2 seasons in, and I got a record. How many people can say that?
Welcome.
Just give it to the wrong person 10 years down the road. Don't worry about it.
Naylor, to catch you up in your division, I actually have you winning your division.
Don't do that shit.
Sorry, man. In fact, I think I said it's your. I think I said it's your division to lose.
No, you said this before, and we saw what happened, you jerk.
He indeed did lose it.
Well, so right now we got myself, we got Fiddy, we got Roll, we got Naylor, we got Matty Harsh, and we're just gonna keep.
I was listening to this division, and I just want to give some insight because you and I picked side by side, and we were kind of chatting back and forth as you took all 20 minutes to decide who you were going to take.
Goddamn right,
and
I did.
You went with the Eagles, and I thought you should have taken the Vikings. I thought they had everything that you needed, and I think being a Bears fan kind of bit you because you just didn't want to play with an NFC North team. Am I right about that?
No, that's not that. What led me to the Eagles was their offensive line and their tight end. Using the Bears, I couldn't really run the ball. Tariq Cohen goes down like a fly. David Montgomery's slow. I don't know, man. I maybe I should have taken the Vikings, but
Well, thank you for not taking the Vikings, by the way.
I don't know. I just wanted I just felt like the Eagles were the better decision. Maybe not the better fit, but the better decision. The Eagles. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not disagreeing with anything you guys are saying. It's not that they're in the NFC North because I've been the Packers before. I don't like being dome teams. I like playing on grass. It's just what I prefer.
Old school. I like it.
Yeah, I'm an old school guy. But I think the Vikings and the Eagles to me are kind of like it's not. I don't know. It's not that big of a difference. I think one is more offensive driven, but the Eagles still have a pretty solid defense that you can win with in this game. They got Fletcher Cox right up the middle. Linebackers are okay, but to me it's really all about having a good front four or front three, depending on what defense you run. But then again, I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Vikings front four, but it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I'm saying is that the Eagles, just to me, they were more appealing because of their offensive line and the cheesiness of Boston Scott. Maybe I wanted to try some cheese.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
All right. I think you made a grave error there. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, hey, I'm not saying you're wrong. We'll see.
And you screwed DB too, because ain't no chance I'm picking the Eagles. He would have got them if you would have picked the Vikings.
Yeah, I know. I'm gonna miss the Bears, man. That's when you get to be your team for 3 seasons in a row. It's a lot of fun. All right, well let's get off of me because you guys are burying me right now, and I I want to move on from this. Naylor, you just hopped on. You look at the Tier 2 division. You got Owen, Prez, Joe, and the Ron. What do you see in there?
I think Joe's gonna win. I think the Bucks are really underrated. If it depends on what he plays. I don't know if he plays a 3-4 or 4-3. I play a 4-3, so I'd move some of those linebackers to DN, and I think that Barrett and some of those other guys can really get after the quarterback. They've got a good run game, and Jameis Winston. I mean, he's not good because his awareness is low, but that doesn't matter when you're controlling the QB. So I think I'm gonna go with them to win or him to win, and then I'll take Owen just because he has his team to finish second and also make the playoffs.
No, you got Owen making the playoffs. Yeah, Owen. Yeah, you know what? Having your team does help. Yeah. All right, let's move ahead because I want to do some predictions, look at some people's schedules, and kind of go over that. We have the Don Shula division, Tier 2, Hirsch, Nick, Nasir, and Coach P. I look at this division, and right away, I'm like, all right. I see Coach P having a bad season. I see Hirsch going 6-10, 7-9. I think Nick is trying. This is Nick's season to prove himself. To see, I think he said he thinks he's a top 10 coach. Maybe I think that's what he said, or he thinks he's top 8. I don't think he is. I think Nasir wins this division. I think Nasir is the best player out of all 4 of these coaches. The Steelers just don't look right next to Coach P. I don't think that's his fit. Hirsch without a good team, I know the Bills are good, but Hirsch needs a good team to be good, and that is a shot right at him. I got Nasir winning this division, and I got Nick coming in second. But Nasir is my pick, and I think Nasir makes a deep playoff run this year. He's someone you should watch out for. Let's go with Matty Harsh. What do you think?
I agree. I think this is Nasir's season to lose.
Don't say it.
Yeah, he's got a lot of playmakers that he can play around with. I'm just going to be interesting to see what he's going to do about his offense because when he's with the Bengals, really pass heavy. Now the Broncos do have a couple of good receivers, but what are you going to do about your quarterback? I mean, Drew Lock and Andy Dalton. Andy Dalton himself is kind of a laughing stock, but he's a MVP compared to Drew Lock. I think Hirsch is going to go second in this division. He's got a very solid team. He's been playing very well even when he made the jump to Tier 2. It seems like he didn't miss a beat. I like Coach P a lot. This team's really not that much different than the Patriots, just a lesser version of them. I think he can figure it out. Nick, I think, he's going to ride the struggle bus because he's going to have to change up his offense completely. He always runs this little weird little wildcat scheme. Well, this time he's a team that does not have a quarterback that's an absolute burner, and I think that's going to hurt him.
Let's go Fitty. What do you got to say?
I think I like Nasir, and I do agree that he's the better coach. I think that Coach P's being slept on a little bit because his strength is defense, and that's pretty much the only thing that's correct right now on the Steelers. They got great edge rushers. They got a great secondary, at least for Madden's sake. They got Minkah Fitzpatrick. They got Joe Hayden. They got good players on defense, and I think he'll keep a lot of games close. And I don't like him as a human or anything, but Juju's pretty good in this game. I don't know. I think he's got enough to make it work on offense, and I don't think he'll win this division, but I think he's going to come in second. I think this comes down to whether or not Hirsch can figure it out with the Bills because I think I agree with you, and I know he's a Tier 3 legend, so he's kind of out of his realm a little bit. Nick, I feel bad for him. I don't think this is going to be a struggle, at least for the beginning of the year for him. This might be one of those things where he thinks he's getting in his own head 6 games in, then he might be in the toilet bowl it takes him 10 games to get out of it instead of 6.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Nick does with the Dolphins.
I'm going to go with Nasir based on the fact that I know he's got a decent run game, and we just watched Jomo show it that can be with the Broncos. And their defense is really solid. So I'm going to go Broncos, Steelers, Bills, Dolphins.
Dougie, what do you got?
I agree with him again. Coach P being way too slept on. He even went out of his way to say he didn't realize how good the Steelers were. So that tells me he's confident. I'm confident. He gets the division. Nasir, he's solid. I can't hate. He smacked me around a couple times.
Yeah, Nasir's good.
Talks a little too much shit for my liking. But if he backs it up, hey, just got to beat him. But I'll take him second. Yeah. You know what? Nick played so good last season. I got to give him a little bit of credit. So I'm going to give him third. And Hirsch, nasty. It's going to be a nasty season. Bro.
Yeah, it's going to be a rough one for Hirsch. Hopefully he does well. Hirsch is my guy. He's all our guy. Hirsch is...
Oh, he's cool as hell.
No, Hirsch is awesome. I just think it's going to be a rough season for him.
Yeah, it's a gauntlet.
Naylor, what do you got here?
I'll keep it quick. We are going to go with Nasir, Coach P, Hirsch, and Nick.
Yeah, Coach P. How many? I got one team coming out of Tier 4 to make the playoffs. I got one team coming out of Tier 3. I mean, you could only have one team come out of this division to make the playoffs. And you have 3 teams in Tier 1. Looking at that Tier 1, we're going to get ahead of ourselves here with Fitty, Gosi, Jomo, and Jake. Imagine one of those teams not making the playoffs. That's pretty crazy. So it's going to be a dogfight, man. I mean, obviously it's a dogfight every year, but it's going to be... There's going to be some good teams that don't make the playoffs.
Yep.
Let's go to Tier 1 NFC. We got DB is the Bears, Clemson is the Panthers, Nate is the Giants, Jaron is the Cardinals. As we said before, I got Jaron coming in last. Jaron, San Francisco 49ers, Tier 4, congratulations. We're proud of you. You did what any of us could have done. Okay? Now we're going to see what you're made of. Now we're going to see who the real Jaron is. I have you coming in last. I don't like the Giants with Nate, or Nate with the Giants. Nate will get it done because Nate is an exceptional player. I think Nate will still make the playoffs, but I just don't like the fit. Clemson and the Panthers, that's his team. That's his squad. DB and the Bears, I have DB winning the division. Not because he's the Bears, but actually because he's the Bears. I think that him and Nate will finish second with Clemson a close third. I think those 3 will make... Actually, I think 2 teams make the playoffs. Fuck, that's tough. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I got 2 teams making the playoffs. I think it's going to be DB and Clemson that make the playoffs. I think Nate and Jaron sit out. All right. Fitty, what do you got?
Let's see. DB is the wild card for me because I feel like I want him to be good. He should be good. He's got a good defensive team. I just haven't seen him put it all together offensively and figure that part out. I want him to. I think Clemson has his team. That's a factor. I think he's in the playoffs. I don't know if I'm committed to him winning the division. Jared, I know he had the cupcake situation last season, but he was pretty immediately excited about Kyler Murray. And I feel like I can't underestimate somebody who had a really good run game last year, even if it was with the 49ers, and messing around with Kyler Murray, doing all sorts of weird, crazy stuff. He is like 92 speed. I feel like if he's excited about that, he probably knows how to use that, and anyone who has that is dangerous. Nate has already complained multiple times about having the Giants, so I feel like he'll figure it out. Like you said, he's a good coach, but I think that this is going to be one of those things where getting above 500 feels like a good season the way he struggles. I'm going to go with Clemson 1, DB 2, Nate 3, Jaron 4.
Matty Harsh? Or no, yeah. Well, no, I want to go. I want to hear what Doug has to say.
Well, Nate's going to struggle. I mean, Saquon Barkley's good, but that's about it.
That's about it, yeah.
Yeah. It's not like when he had Boston Scott and all the other pieces around Boston Scott allowed him to do what he did with them. DB, man. I don't know. It depends on what plays on YouTube he looks up. No, I'm kidding. I'll take Clemson first, DB second. Jaron third, I guess, rookie of the year, has a little sophomore slump, and then Nate bringing up the rear.
Matty Harsh, what do you got? Bringing it up the rear. What do you got?
I got Clemson winning this division. He's got his team, especially since they buffed up the spin ability. So I expect him to be running around a lot, McCaffrey, and spinning his ass off all the way to the end zone. I got I feel the same way about DB as everyone else. I mean, got a good defense, but can he figure it out and put it together on offense? I think a lot of times, because he does go to YouTube a lot, but he kind of gets in his own head a little bit offensively. That he's like, I gotta try this, I gotta try that. There's just a whole bunch of ideas that he just floating around in his head that he seems he can't really put up a cohesive offense.
Yep, got to find what you like and go to it. And I think he plays too much.
Yep.
Exactly. I think people are sleeping on Nate a little bit. Nate made a run with the Cardinals. Saquon Barkley, that's all you need to make a run. I'm not saying that's enough to win you a championship, but it's enough to put together a solid season and make your way into the playoffs.
True.
He did figure it out with Boston Scott.
He did.
Yeah.
Jaron, this is a tough one. He had probably the most beefed up team in the game in Tier 4. So to me right now, he's unproven to me. And we'll see what happens. This is going to be his season to prove himself, to show what he really is and what he could do in this league. But I kind of agree with Fitty. He looks like he has a pretty good run game. I don't care who you are or who you play in this league. If you can consistently run the ball well, even in Tier 4, you'll be all right.
Naylor, you around?
I am.
What do you think? What do you think about this division?
I have to go with Clemson, just because I said it during the draft. I had no idea what tier he'd be in. I had no idea. Well, I kind of knew what tier he'd be in, but I had no idea what teams would be in his division. I just knew that the teams that were left when he was picking would be good enough for him to win whatever division he was in. So I'm going to stick with that. Nate's my guy. I wish I could just pick him, but he has said that he hates the Giants. He should have taken the Cardinals again. I guess he had that opportunity and didn't do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with DB, Nate third, and Jaron fourth.
You know, to give you a little behind the draft.
Oh, yeah, he said you fucked him.
No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Just kidding.
Okay, I was like, no, I didn't. That's crazy. He chose the Giants so Jomo wouldn't get the Giants. That's the reason why. The main reason.
Sacrifice.
Yeah, he took it. But then again, Jomo's got the Jets, and the Jets have Le'Veon. I mean, there's no difference.
I'd rather face Jomo the Giant than the Jets.
Jomo the Jet. All right, well, let's go to the last division, the Bill Parcells division, and then we'll look at some schedules, get some predictions, and you guys will really see how tough this league is when you look at your own schedule and you're like, dude, I don't see 5 guaranteed wins on my schedule. We got Fitty, Ghosty, Jomo, and Jake, Chargers, Colts, Jets, and Jaguars. Now, immediately when I look at this division, I'm like, all right, Jake's in the division. I have to pick Jake because Jake always wins the division, or he's always up there. So that's my initial gut. And then I'm like, oh, well, there's Jomo. He's got the Jets. He's got Le'Veon. Jomo always wins his division. And then I got Ghosty. I'm like, all right, if there's someone that is if there's someone that would finish in last place in this division, it would be Ghosty. But Ghosty could easily win this division. And then you got Fitty. I'm like, all right, well, Fitty always wins his division. He's going to win the division. Now, what's my choice here? I'm going with Jomo the Jet. One, he's got a run. He's got a top running back in the game. That's all he needs. I'm going Jomo, Jake, Fitty, Ghosty, and that's like, and that's that. It could go anywhere. It could go Fitty, Ghosty, Jomo, Jake. I mean, you pick names out of a hat, and that's picking this division. This division is sick. You got Fitty's got 4 COFL bowls. Jake has 6. Jomo's been to 1. So you got 11 COFL bowl appearances in this division.
I've had more appearances than the 4 that I've had.
Actually, honestly, I should.
Jake's lost one to me before, and I've lost one to Jake before. So like,
oh yeah,
there's a lot of those numbers if you want to do overall appearances.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot more appearances. My bad. You know, looking at.
I just want to give it the proper.
No, you're right. You're right. You know, looking at Jake and the Jaguars.
Put some respect on my name.
Is that there? He is, Hirsch the Hunter. Hirsch, is that you?
That is me. Hey guys, sorry I missed the first hour or so of this, but yeah, I came in here and Fitty kind of trying to toot his own horn there. I'm not here for it. I'm not here for it. Continue.
I look at Jake and the Jaguars, and the Jaguars. Who's the running back?
Leonard Fournette. He's pretty good.
Yeah, but who don't they? Is there another one that they?
Raquel Armstead would be the backup, I believe.
Wow, how the hell do you know that? Good job.
Fan Dynasty, bro. I'm in 7 Dynasty leagues.
I mean, Jake will get it done with anyone. I'm going Jomo, Jake, Fitty, Ghosty, but I mean, I could go Fitty, Jake, Ghosty, Jomo. I mean,
he's like, who fucking knows?
Fuck it, eh? Let me hear. I want to hear what Roll has to say about this division.
God, it's tough. It's hard to go against Jake because he's just a winner. He just wins. So he's gonna make the playoffs for sure. Hard time, man. There's a high chance that Jomo or Fitty doesn't make the playoffs. I know Fitty didn't make the playoffs last season, but he still won 10 games.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
It's just crazy. I mean, and then hell, 8-8 could be 4th place in this division. I'm gonna go.
I think the last.
Shit.
I think the 4th place team goes 10-6 in this division.
you might be right, man. It's gonna be brutal. 4th place. Sorry, Ghosty. I think you're 4th place. All right, Fitty, I got you. 3rd is Jomo. Fitty 2nd. Jake wins the division and probably the COFL Bowl. Boring.
Nah, I don't have Jake winning the COFL Bowl. Hirsch, you just come on. You're fresh. You got fresh lungs. These guys have been crushing hitters the whole night. What do you got?
All right, boys. So for this, man, my man Ghosty is coming in last in the division. Then I think Jake gets into the playoffs with another not necessarily middling regular season performance, but I mean he puts it all together again, makes a playoff run. I think Biddy wins this division, but he definitely dukes it out with Jomo. And I 100% agree with you guys. This is a 10-6 division losing division. I think all these guys are gonna dominate outside of the division, but they're gonna cannibalize themselves, and then take a few L's to a couple of the other higher tier division players. I'm not sure. You guys already went through the previous tiers, right? I don't want to rehash.
Yeah, we already went through all that.
Yeah. So, that's what I have for the Parcells division, though.
Matty Harsh, I want to hear what you have to say.
All right, the circle of death. I don't think there's really a wrong answer.
No, there's not.
Because you got 3 guys who could very well end up winning this, and I think Roll hit the hammer on the nail. I mean, the 4th place team could very well go 8-8 in this division. I'm gonna take Fitty. The Chargers are a very underrated team, and a lot of people sleep on the Chargers. I think that was a steal for Fitty where he was picking. I think I'm going to take Jomo 2nd because Jomo's, God, him and the Jets are scary. You can just see him with Le'Veon Bell just armbarring his way up to the end zone.
For sure.
And he'll have a slightly better passing game than what he had with the Broncos. We'll see if he utilizes that or not. But if not, hey, you got Le'Veon Bell, and that's all he really needs. I got Jake going number 3 right here. But he could very well end up winning it. It's just 1-3. It's just hard to pick. And then obviously the de facto Nate going fourth.
Sorry, I think it's Ghosty.
You're just in the circle of
Nate's
death.
probably fourth too, but
Yeah. We're gonna go Naylor and then Fiddy. I want to hear what Fiddy has to say last.
Yeah, I think anybody sleeping on Fiddy here is a little crazy because outside of the offensive line, I think the Chargers are stacked everywhere that you need a team to be good. So I'm going to go with Fiddy. I'm actually going to take a surprise. Everybody's shitting on him, but I feel like Ghosty has the right tools and the right players in the right positions to make a run. I'm going to go with Ghosty second, Jake third, and Jomo misses the playoffs in fourth.
wow.
Wow. God, I mean, but like Matty Harsh said, there's no wrong answer. no one's wrong.
It's true. They're all awesome players.
Yeah, they're all awesome. Every one of these players can win the COFL Bowl, and none of us would bat an eye. And that's what Tier 1 should be. Everyone in Tier 1 should be able to win the COFL Bowl. That's my definition of Tier 1. And that's what this is. Fiddy.
Yo.
Go for it, kid.
I think this is bullshit, first off, because I purposely picked an AFC team because the last, 8 seasons, the NFC's been stacked. And I was like, I'm going to pick a solid team, and the other side, I'm going to coast, cupcake it my way, meet somebody in the CFL Bowl, and then focus real hard. And that is the opposite of what happened. This is stupid, looking at this division, and my schedule is going to be bullshit. Having said that, I'm going to win at least 11 games, and I'm going to make the playoffs. I'm going to call myself a division winner, too, because that's just what I do. Having said that, there's going to be a lot of blow-ups in this fucking chat this year, and it's probably going to be mostly my fault. I think...
Way to the title, like it.
Just go ahead and put Tyrod in right now. Just make that decision.
Tyrod's already in. Phillip Rivers speed's 54. I can't have that. I'm gonna go with Jomo. I think that everyone's if he has to rely on that better passing game at all in general, he's not gonna go far anyway. He needs to be able to do this thing with Le'Veon Bell. I know that Le'Veon Bell's a good player, but Madden beefs up certain players, and he's kind of had his turn being beefed up, and I don't see it anymore. He's got the arm bar. It's cool. I'm sure he'll be really aggressive against some users that don't excel against stopping the run. But in this division, I don't think he's just going to run all over the place like he has in the past. And not having that extra dimension is going to hurt him. Jake, I'm not even going to say anything about him. He does what Jake does. We always doubt him when he has a shitty team. This is a shitty team. He's going to probably even start off 2-2 or something, but then he'll just end up with 11 wins, and I'll see him in the playoffs. Ghosty, I'm sorry, kid. It's not your fault. It's just where you ended up. You're last. So I'm going to go me, Jake, Jomo, Ghosty.
All right, let's get to some schedules here. I got Doug's up right now, and I'm just gonna for those of you that don't know who Doug is, that's Roll, and he's the Minnesota Vikings. I got his schedule up right now. I tweaked the schedules, the view, just so it's the schedule, then the team history, coach history, and then it gives a brief little career record. It's just easier to view. I'm always working on it to make it look easier, but anyways, so just case in point, this is Tier 3 Minnesota Vikings. They got Fiddy, they got Supreme, Josh, and Matty Harsh. That's coming out of the gate, he's got to win 2 of those 4 games. Doesn't have to, but he needs to. Then he's got JC, D-Rob, Deuce, and JMCC. So that's the division week. And then he's got DB, Clemson, Naylor, JC again. Then he's got Prez, JMCC, Joe, and D-Rob. There's not one game on that schedule where I'm guarantee he's getting 1 win. Like, guarantee he'd beat. I mean, he will get one win, but there's not one opponent that I see on that schedule that I'm like, yeah, he's going to win that game no matter what.
Maybe that game against the Eagles.
No. But, hey, you know what? That's week 4 too. Just to let you know.
I'll probably need that to get in the playoffs.
So looking at that, all right, and here's what we're gonna do. We're not all of us are gonna go through everyone's schedule. I'm gonna go through one, and then I'm gonna be like, all right, Fitty, we're gonna look at the Dolphins, predict what you think it's gonna be, and if someone wants to chime in, go ahead. But this way we can kind of speed it up. I'm gonna do the Vikings. He's gonna lose to Fitty. He's gonna beat Josh. He's gonna beat Matty Harsh. He's going to beat Supreme. He's going to be 3-1 in week 1. Then he's going to lose to JC. He's going to beat D-Rob. He's going to beat Deuce. And then he's going to lose the JMCC. So he will be 5-3 halfway through the season. Then he's got DB. He's going to lose. Clemson he's going to lose. Naylor he'll lose. And JC he'll beat. So then he will be
7-5.
Hold on. 7-5. Thank you. All right. Now heading into week 4, he's got Prez, JMCC, Joe, and D-Rob. He'll beat JMCC. He'll lose to Joe. He'll lose to. See, I think he splits with D-Rob, but you could sweep him.
Oh, I'm sweeping D-Rob. That's a wrap.
I think Roll goes 10.
I have to.
Yeah, I think
if
Roll.
I don't sweep D-Rob, I don't go to the playoffs. Sorry for interrupting.
No, you're good. No, I mean don't say that, but yeah, you can say that. I think he goes. At best 11-5. I think at worst, he goes. I think at worst he goes 9-7.
I was going to say 7-9.
I don't think he goes 7. You could.
It's possible, man. That's brutal.
No, that's very possible.
I don't envy those tier 1 guys.
I say you go 10-6 though. Let's go to the Dolphins. I want to hear what Naylor. What do you think the Dolphins are going to go record-wise? Do you have the schedule up? Can you see it on my screen?
Yep, I do. Okay. So he's going to lose to Prez.
Nice.
Lose to Clemson. Lose to Joe. He'll beat Blitz. Lose to Jake. Lose to Nasir. Beat Hirsch. Beat Coach P. So he's 3-5. I think he beats Ricky. Loses to Hirsch the second time around. Loses to Jomo and beats Retired Assassins. So that's what, 5-7. 5-7. He loses to Nasir. Loses to Coach P. Beats Heath. And loses to Matty Harsh.
So 6-10.
7-9.
So 5-7, and then you had him. Did you have him? You only had him beating Matty Harsh, right?
Oh, okay. So yeah, 6-10.
Yeah. And
probably about right.
That could be right. I mean, you know what? Nick he's been up and down. He has one good season and a bad season, so could be right. Let's look at Ghosty's listening. So Ghosty's the Colts. Hirsch, you around? He's not. Fitty.
Hirsch,
I'm back.
I'm
back.
All right.
Hirsch is back.
At the buzzer.
Yes.
Hirsch.
Yeah, who are we doing? The Colts?
Yeah, the Colts. I got it up on my screen if you want to look. Tell me what you think.
I'm taking a look as well. Let me see. And remind me who the Colts coach is.
Ghosty?
Ghosty. Okay. He's going to lose that first game to Clemson. He'll beat Joe. He'll beat JC. That Jaren game. I think he beats Jaren. I think he beats Cardinals Jaren. He's now got to come out there. What's that? 3-1. Second week, he's going to lose to Fitty. Me and him.
At Buffalo.
At Buffalo. Ooh, I almost sometimes prefer to be the away team. So he might have. I might give it to him. I'm gonna say he gets that one on me. And we've had maybe 2 or 3 games together, and that's definitely the one. So if that puts him at 4-2 right there, he'll lose to Jake. He'll lose to Jomo. 4-4. He'll come out of 2 weeks 4-4. Damn, Fiddy's gonna get him again. I think Nas gets him. I think he gets DQ. I think he gets Matty Harsh. So, damn, is that 6-6 again? And then for the final week, I think he goes 2-2 once more, and it's a legit 8-8 season. And again, I think he loses the division. I think it's gonna be rough. I know he's hype. I know he's excited to get some W's. He's definitely probably gonna get that W against me. I'm not gonna let it happen, but that's my analyst prediction. But I'm seeing at best 10-6, at worst, yeah, another 7-9 or 8-8 season. And I mean, that's again due to just the strength of the division, and honestly, the AFC is really good. The top half is looking really right. So I'm not concerned. I'm not very excited about my own division. It seems a little dangerous. So that's where I've got Ghosty.
I do agree with. I think Ghosty actually goes 10-6 because he's sneaky where he'll get a win against Fiddy and he'll get a win against Jake. He rarely gets swept by them. I think he goes 10-6, but I still think he misses the playoffs. But I do agree with you on his peak 10-6 and his bottom 8-8. Let's look at Fiddy. You're going to do my schedule. So take a look. I looked at this. That's where I did my schedule. I was like, what the fuck did I just do to myself?
All right, let's go.
Look at week 1.
We're going to go 2-2 right out the gate. I think losses are going to come against Jake and Nasir. Wins are going to come against Nick and Ricky. Week 2, I'm going to go with you play Owen tough. I'm going to give you that one against Owen. I think you're going to lose to Joe, and you're going to lose to Ron, and you're going to give Jaron the hands, and you're going to brag about it profusely. So that is another 2-2, I believe. So that is
4-4.
The old 4-4 going into week 3. I think you beat Bergwood. I think you beat Blitz Vision. I think that you split with Joe just because it's the kind of guy you are. So you're going to go 3-1 losing to DB because you can't get the Bears out of your nightmares. So that gives him 7-5 going into week 4. Owen gets you back. You beat D-Rob. LeRon, can you beat him once? I'm going to give you a split with LeRon, and I think Roll's going to beat you.
So a typical Prez 9-7 season.
Is about as stereotypical as it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, dude, I see it. I think 10-6 at best I go. And I think at worst I go 6-10. I would love
if you show up and if you figure out the offense, I know that you were not super high on the Bears offense, and that was kind of why you wanted to leave. Defensively, you won't lose a step. They play very similarly, and they have kind of players at similar spots that are good. I think offensively, if you can figure out the whole Boston Scott weird thing that happens, because I know you're going to try it, you'll be on the better half of that. But the 50-50s come from not knowing that.
Yeah. Watch some Nate film.
Yep.
I mean, you really do.
Who else? Let me see. Who else is? Matty Hart. You know what? Well, here we go. Doug. Since Doug had a emotional. Doug is Matty Harsh's emotional support dog this season.
Absolutely.
I want to hear you predict his season.
Oh, absolutely. Let me pull it up here real quick so I can see it a little better.
Yeah, go for it.
I got your back, Matty Harsh. They were hating on you, bro. I'm having none of it. All right, we got Matty Harsh versus the Vikings. He's 0-1.
I'm having none of it.
JMCC, he'll beat him. Blitz Vision, he'll beat him. DB, he's going to beat DB too, 3-1. retired ass he beats. Oh God, he's so much. I've never seen Supreme play. You guys speak so highly of him, but the Ravens are so much better than the Bengals.
Hey, to give you an idea about Supreme, he's mine and your level, I think.
Oh, if he's mine and your level, Matty Harsh wins that game. DQ win. I got to give him one loss that week, so I'll go 6-2 through 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Supreme, so maybe he splits with him. We'll go 6-3. Jake, he loses 6-4. Ricky, he wins 7-4. Ghosty, I like hating on Ghosty a little bit, but 7-5. Nick, he beats 8-5. He'll beat Heath this time around 9-5. Beats DQ 10-5. Loses to Coach P 10-6.
I love it.
Yeah.
10-6.
Matty Harsh.
He's gonna RPO him to death. Get him.
Hey, Matty Harsh. I want to see you do something with the Ravens this season, okay? I want to see someone use them right.
You got it. They're the team for me. At least offensively.
Yeah, man, you killed me with those Josh Allen RPOs, so I can't even imagine what you're going to do with Lamar Jackson.
Matty Harsh, I want you to predict Naylor's season with the Rams. And I tell you, Naylor had the pick before me. I was like, oh, I hope he doesn't pick the Rams. Hope he doesn't pick the Rams, and he did. This is a great team, man. This is... I think I shouldn't say besides the 49ers, but this is a top 5 team just mainly because of the run game, and running's overpowered in Madden. And that defense is sick. But go on. No pressure, Naylor.
All right. Damn, these first 2 games are going to be tough. But I'll have them losing to Hirsch, beating Heath. These next 2 are going to be a lot easier. I think he wins both of those games versus Josh and B Dukes.
It's a 3-1.
Yep, and I think he beats Blitz Vision. I think he beats Douche and Bergwood. I think he's going to drop. I think he's going to drop one to D-Rob. Oh my God, this could be a tough game for him. But you know what? I'll give it to him. I think he's going to lose to Joe. He's going to lose to Roll. Beat Blitz. Going to go for the sweep against Blitz Vision. I think he's going to split the matchups with Deuce. I think Nate's going to get him. He's going to sweep Bergwood, and DB's going to get him.
So what's that?
Think about something like 9-7 sounds about right.
So we got Hirsch. I think Hirsch beats him. I want to do Naylor's schedule just because I want to build it up here. I'm just kidding. I got Hirsch beating him 0-1. Damn, him versus Heath will be a good game. He's actually got a fun schedule. Him versus Josh is going to be a good game. He beats B Dukes. I think he comes out of week 1 2-2. Matty Harsh said 3-1. I say 2-2. I think he beats Blitz Vision 3-2. He beats Deuce 4-2. Beats Bergwood 5-2. I think he loses to D-Rob 5-3. Loses to Owen 5-4. Loses to Joe 5-5. Loses to Roll 5-6. Loses to Blitz Vision 5-7. Beats Deuce 6-7. Loses to Nate 6-8. 7. I think he goes anywhere from 7-9 to 9-7. I think that's fair.
So then it's not. Then I think you have to retract your previous statement because it's not my division to win at that point. I don't believe it.
No, it's your
Wins probably doesn't win that division. Mike.
It's your division to lose. It's not your division to win.
Yeah, well, either way, however you do it. Hey, I'm going to give you some insight, and I don't know why this is the case, but Blitz and I have played, I think, 4 games. We've played two in season and just 2 scrimmages. I have never beaten Blitz, believe it or not.
Really?
It's legit. He's winning that division.
There you go. Blitz, it's on you, man. It's your division, buddy. Take it.
Oh, that's too funny. We got Hirsch here. Who wants to do Hirsch?
He's in bad shape.
Hirsch.
Excited about this.
Fitty, you do Hirsch.
Ooh, all right. Let's see here. All right, let's see. Joe DB. I think he goes. I'm sorry, Hirsch. I think he might go 1-3 that first week. That's a tough week. DB's who you're going to beat there. I think Owen comes out hot with his Falcons. Naylor's going to have something to prove a little bit because he's going to pretend he's not the division favorite. I think you beat Nick, lose to Nasir, beat Coach P, and lose to Ghosty. So it's 3-5 math. Yeah. And then I think I might win this one against you. You beat me last time, and I can't let that happen again. You'll beat Nick again. Josh, I think you'll beat. And retire. I think you go 4-0 week 3. And that puts you about, was it 7-5? And then last week, I think Coach P gets you back because Coach P's a dick like that. And then I think you beat Supreme because I'm not sure his attention span will last that long with this league. Week 4, you beat DQ. And if Nasir is in a spot where he has to win and get into the playoffs, which I think he might be just okay by then, you might luck out and get a ditchy effort, but I think you'll split with Nasir. So that is 3 wins in the final. That's 10-6.
Wow.
I'll take the way under on that.
Yeah, well, hold up. 10-6. What? Oh my
God! I think the math was 9-7 on it.
Yeah, because he gave him 4 week 3, and he said he was going to beat Hirsch week 3, so that's 3-1.
Oh, okay. That's right.
Okay, wow. Let me just gather myself from that. Hirsch, how are you feeling about the Bills? Like, what's your game plan? You go from Atlanta to Buffalo. That's like going from fucking America to Kazakhstan. Like, what are you thinking here? Hirsch, you there?
Hirsch died.
He muted himself. I'm not sure what has happened.
Damn, that was a good little intro I gave him too. America to Kazakhstan. Any other?
But I do have some takes. I've been trying to regenerate what Deion Jones with Tremaine Edmonds. Hopefully in the middle of the field. I don't know what I'm going to do on offense. I'm hoping Devin Singletary might show me a little something. I might have to start running a little more with Josh Allen, but I'm definitely going to miss that Atlanta explosive offense that can get me back into games. There's definitely going to be a couple of here where I'm going to be in a shootout situation, have to throw, and I'm not excited. I'm not excited.
Hey, I'll tell you this. Hirsch's playoff game against the Giants, for some reason, that is probably like top 5 COFL moments in my mind.
I should have had it in the divisional game too, and I just got nervous.
Yeah.
But there have been a lot of really close finishes here in the COFL. We should definitely start like keeping some kind of track record, particularly in playoff wins and losses. I definitely had a big comeback win my first season on Clemson that I love to bring up. I wish he was here to talk about it, but I think it was like a 31-point deficit. Came back to win that, go to the playoffs. But anyway.
You came back from down 31 against Clemson?
It might have been like 28. It was some 3-score plus game that
dig it up and fact check.
A couple Jameis Winston interceptions, and I mean then Mike Evans put the team on his back.
Well, what I really want to do, what I've wanted to do, it's just like I don't have, you got like 3 weeks, we got like 4 weeks off between the season, but in between that, it's like the playoffs are going on, and then pretty much get a week off, and then you kind of start setting up the next season. Is with this break, or with this being the last season, we'll have a few months off where I want to do the all-time head-to-heads against everyone against everybody, which is what head-to-head means.
We're doing stats again this season, correct?
We are, yeah. And just to reiterate, stats right now, I'll create a tab. I'll make it easier, but just for the podcast, you click on standings, and then you just click on one of the conferences. It doesn't matter which one. And then it'll go to the standings page. And so what we have, Hirsch, can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's loading.
Yeah, so when it loads up, There's like it's going to have league leaders right here. So receiving, rushing, defense. And then it also has like your individual stat leaders. So let's go to Buffalo. So right there, you'll have Josh Allen. You'll be able to look at your team individual stats.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's gonna be it's gonna, and this is something right here that I am 100% gonna save, and we're gonna have all-time career stat leaders like forever. And this is Ghosty and Nick are the ones doing this. So if they ever piss you off, or if you ever, yeah, then just be like, you know what, these guys are actually doing stats for the league, so I'm not gonna yell at them.
Still can't come on the podcast though.
I stepped one time to salute.
He's always friends with Carson. He can't be completely trusted.
Yeah, he can't. But you know what? Nick is actually the one who did all the rosters. Like, he inputted all the rosters. So if he fucking wants to pull a Carson, then he's deleting his own work. Plus, I have this backed up and saved. I have like a cloud. I mean, I have a team of agents surrounding Nick's house right now.
I love it.
So yeah, stats are going to be awesome. I mean, they are going to be. I'm really excited for that. And I will DM. I'm not going to post it in the chat. I'm going to DM every single one of you a video of how stats are done. So I know that you saw it, and I know that you know how to do it. Any other schedules? Did we miss anybody? I think we got everyone on here. Oh, you know what we need to do? We need to pick a game that's going to open up the season on Thursday.
Let me get Fitty.
Ooh. Doug versus Fitty. Let's see. Who else? Let me see if... Maybe we should do it... Should we do it tomorrow or should we do it Thursday?
Jake should probably do it if he won.
Well, Jake, I mean, here's the thing.
Tomorrow.
Jake isn't as reliable as he once used to be time-wise. I mean, he's in college now, fucking stud football player. He's got boys or girls, whatever he's into, all over him.
That's fair.
So, I mean, I would love...
Gladly hand Fitty his first L of the season.
I'd love to say Jaron versus Jake, a rematch of the NFC Championship to open up the season, but let's take a look. Doug, you think you can handle Fitty? Yeah. I don't want you getting blown out on national TV.
He's not some mythological beast. Like, he's just a human.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, he is kind of a mythological beast.
He's all right. He didn't even make the playoffs last year. Shots fired. Call it what you want.
When's the last time you did make the playoffs, bro?
Damn.
I'm not good, though. Damn it.
I think it was 2 seasons.
The Cowboys, probably, and took down the monster Jake in the playoffs.
Yeah, that was crazy.
To win that, I would have had to beat Ghosty, Jake, Nate, and Fitty.
Yeah, but Doug, you can't get on till late, can you?
No, I could be on at 6 o'clock most nights. I just play 2K, so I tell people 9 or 10 o'clock.
You son of a bitch.
I've been playing 2K the whole time this podcast is on.
I know, I can hear you.
My team needs their point guard, man. You can't bail on them.
All right. Anyone listen? You guys get any ideas of opening game? I mean, as of now, I'm fine with Minnesota Chargers. I just don't want Doug to get embarrassed on the opening night.
I'm never embarrassed. He's a good player. He smacks the shit out of me. I'll take my L and move on.
Let's see about Nick. Nick went to the COFL Bowl. Nick versus Clemson. Nick versus Joe. Let's see who else Fitty has here. Fitty's got Fitty Nate. Fitty versus the Ron. Can't have the Ron.
I did lead the nation's most watched team last season.
You did. But your ratings might be down because you didn't make the playoffs last year. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's true. No one even remembers who I am anymore.
No.
Washed.
This is going to be something I have to think about.
Don't make me do that.
I'm going to have to think about this.
Announcement tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll do it tomorrow early in the morning. And then the season, the season's going to start Thursday. We're going to have one game to start the season, and then after that game's played, everybody can play. Yeah, I think that's it for the podcast, man. I don't know if there's anything else I need to touch on.
This is good. Season 20, the final season of Madden 20.
Season 20. 20 seasons of Madden. Good shit, man. This is going to be a good year. Yeah, thanks for everyone for joining. Doug, thanks for coming on. Naylor, thanks for coming on. Hirsch, Maddie Harsh, Fiddy, all of you, I appreciate it. A lot of fun. We'll do it again next week. And
Absolutely.
Good luck to everybody in the seasons. It starts Thursday. And does anyone want to scrimmage right now?
I do.
I mean, I'll deliver some hands if anybody wants them. You can't be on my schedule though.
Hirsch, I'll scrimmage Hirsch. Hirsch, you want to scrimmage?
All right, let's do it. Yep, that sounds good to me.
I'm going to load up. Give me like
Black.
5 minutes. Gentlemen, thank you. Everybody, thanks for listening. And I will see you when I see you.
Good luck, gentlemen.
All right, good luck.